And so my message today is simply titled Opportunity. And in life, each one of us is going to have an opportunity to learn the lessons that we want to learn. And in life, one of the important things you have to learn to take hold of is an opportunity. An opportunity is simply a set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. A set of circumstances that make it possible to do something. And you're not going to have only one opportunity in life. You're going to have so many opportunities. And probably in a day you have 1,000 opportunities to do the right thing, to do the wrong thing, to make the right choice, to meet the right person, or not to do those things. And so opportunities will be presented to us. And the way we access opportunity will determine the outcomes of our life. And in life, we are introduced to some factors that all of us consider to be good factors. Factors such as strength, factors such as swiftness, factors such as being smart, being scholarly, or being skillful. If you would ask individuals what they consider to be crucial factors to make a person successful in life, I suppose these are the factors they would come up with. You have to be smart, you have to be skillful, you have to be swift, you have to be strong, you have to be scholarly, you have to go to school, you have to be wise, you have to have understanding, and all of these are factors that all of us aim for. We want to be strong. We want to be swift. We want to be able to respond quickly. We want to be fast. We want to be scholarly. We want to have understanding. We want to be wise. We want to be smart people. We want to be skillful people. And for these, we do a lot. We go to school, we train ourselves, and we prepare ourselves. However, as great as all these factors are, they don't always produce the results. He says the battle doesn't go to the strong. That there are strong people who lose the battle. There are swift people who lose the race of life. And we know that in life there are people who start life in class 1, they are topping the class. Class 2, they are topping the class. They are swift. They are ahead of everybody. Then you check them out 40 years later and it didn't work out. So what happened? Something happened in between their swiftness, their scholarliness, their smartness, and the outcomes of their lives. We find people who are very strong, athletic. When they are young, everybody hails them. Probably they are the greatest footballer in the neighborhood. And we think they're going to turn out right. They are popular. And then you check them out 30 years later, and it didn't really work out well. So what happened? Well, time and chance happens to all. In other words, time and chance will happen to the strong, to the swift, to the wise, to the understanding, and to the skillful. In other words, the way you appropriate time and chance will determine whether the advantages you have in life will work to your advantage ultimately. That word chance is a troublesome word, and I just need to give you a little bit clarification of it. The word chance there in other translations is translated opportunity. Opportunity. It's an occurrence in life that we don't control. It's a situation you don't control which will happen to you. Something is going to hit you in life that you didn't plan for. And whether you are strong, you are fast, you are swift, you are wise, whatever you are, when those things hit you, you have to learn to respond well. Because if you don't, then your skill, your strength, and whatever you have as an advantage will not work to your advantage. So there are two thoughts you get from this. Number one is that our natural abilities and professional training are not enough to guarantee success. Natural ability, professional training are not enough to guarantee success. And that is true. All of us have stories. Maybe we are the story ourselves. of people with great natural ability and great professional training who somehow have not been able to put the pieces of life together. The second thought you get from this is that the way we respond to life's occurrences determines our success in life. The way we respond to life's occurrences determine our success in life. Life's occurrences. Things happen in life. Things you didn't plan for. Things you didn't expect. Things you wish would never happen. And the way you respond to them will determine how things work out for you. So how does opportunity factor into the occurrences of life? There are three phases of opportunity. Opportunity doesn't look the same every time. It has three phases. And these three phases of opportunity present themselves at various times. The first phase of opportunity is the phase of chaos, when things are thrown out of their normal order. Opportunity doesn't come always when we are ready and when we expect it and when we are prepared. Sometimes it's chaos that brings the opportunity. Opportunity sometimes comes in the form of chaos when everything is disorganized around you. The things which are normal are thrown out of gear. Something you depended on is gone. Opportunity, the first phase of opportunity is chaos. So when things get chaotic, don't despair, because opportunity is knocking on your door. The second phase of opportunity is challenge. Challenge is when you are severely tested to produce results. When pressure is put upon you or placed upon you to produce results, and you feel stretched, you feel your capacity being too much demanded from. That is opportunity. Your desire to be a great person will not come to you already prepared. It will come through a challenging opportunity. Opportunity comes in the form of challenges. All the great people we celebrate today, everybody talks about Nelson Mandela, great Nelson Mandela, and we all wish we were Nelson Mandela. I'm sure when Nelson Mandela came out of prison so many years ago, and he was walking out with Winnie Mandela holding his hand, many ladies will wish I was the woman. But he had been in prison for 27 years. You want to be that woman? Get ready. You'll be given opportunity, but it comes with 27 years of imprisonment. The great things we desire, the great doors will be open, but they don't always look pretty. Opportunity comes in the form of chaos. Opportunity comes in the form of a challenge. And opportunity number 3 comes in the form of a calling. A calling. When you find that life has prepared you to play a suitable role. This is the opportunity most people are familiar with. When you are ready for something and it happens. Jesus found that opportunity in Luke chapter 4 when he goes to his hometown and he goes to the synagogue and they give him the book of the scroll, and he opens to the book of Isaiah and he finds the place where it is written, the Spirit of God is upon me because he has anointed me, and so on and so forth. And he quotes that scripture. He closes the scroll and he tells the people, today the scripture is fulfilled in your eyes or in your ears. And he sat down. That's opportunity. People have heard about him. People were expecting something from him. He had been prepared for it. This was his mission, and he stepped into it. It's opportunity. Opportunity is recognizing your calling at a time in history. But opportunity, as we have heard, is not always comfortable. Opportunity is not always comfortable. And when the door of opportunity opens, we must be ready to act. A very respected revivalist, Leonard Ravenhill, he made this statement about opportunity, and this is what he said. He said, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity. In other words, every opportunity has a lifetime. Opportunities are not permanent. They are doors. They get open and they get shut. And when you don't access it at the time when it is open, you will not have it available when it is shut. My friends, opportunity may come in the form of a chaos. It may come in the form of a challenge. It may come in the form of your calling. But when that door of opportunity opens, you must seize it in the lifetime of that opportunity. You cannot postpone opportunity. You cannot procrastinate about opportunity. All of us can look back in our lives and remember missed opportunities. I think you can, I can. Missed opportunities. There are sometimes certain people come your way, you mistreat them. Then 20 years later, they become significant. And then you say, wow, if I knew they would be that, I should have treated them better. So in this day, they would have treated me better. But you missed the opportunity. There are people sitting by you, people in your life now, who 10 years from now will be very different from what you are seeing. You have no idea what people are going to be. 10 years ago, nobody knew that Barack Obama would be president of America. He was a nobody. In political terms, nobody. I'm sure there are people who are saying, if I knew this skinny guy who walks in front of my house, if I knew one day he'll be president, I would have given him food. I would have been nice. I would have chatted with him. I would have been nice to his children. But they never knew. Many of you have been disappointed by people, so you stop doing good. But do you know that probably you stop on the story of the person who will change your life? Don't be weary. If you want to smile to people, smile, because you don't know which smile will be the beneficial smile 20 years from now. You can't treat people like rubbish and hope that the future will smile upon you, because the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized in the lifetime of that opportunity. Opportunity doesn't show you its outcome, it just shows you a door. And you have to be bold to step into that door, because you have no idea what is behind the door. Sometimes you work in an office, you have no idea whose letter you are signing and what that person would be. You have to understand, opportunity does not come dressed in nice clothing. Opportunity sometimes comes dressed in filthy garments. But you have to recognize this is opportunity. And since you can't tell which one is opportunity, which one is not opportunity, in other words, you do good all the time, you sow seed all the time, you are nice all the time, you are generous all the time, because you have no idea which one is going to turn out right for you. Many of the outcomes of our life are determined by simple things we do in the course of life. Not because you are strong or you're educated or you went to school or you have degrees, but something little you did opens the door, and something little you did shut the door. There are certain people, you offend them, in 30 years it comes back to bite you. And when you were insulting them, they were nothing, but at a certain time they are something now. Then you wish you would hide. Opportunity is coming your way. You ask me, where is opportunity? It's in the face of the person sitting next to you. Tell the person next to you, you are my opportunity. Yes. Who knows? Look at that person. Do you know what will happen 5 years from now? Do you know where they will be? Do you know who they will become? You have no idea. One day that person may be the one who holds your hand and guides you. One day that person may be the one who comes to help you when you are in trouble. One day that person may be the doctor who saves your life. You have no idea. That's why in life, since we can't predict the outcomes of what we do, we give every opportunity in life our best shot. You can't tell whom to treat well and whom not to treat well, because in life, the one who is rich today will be poor tomorrow. The one who is poor today will be rich tomorrow. There's opportunity staring you in the face. Tomorrow when you go to work, opportunity is there everywhere. A customer who comes to you who doesn't seem to be impressive, you have no idea whom he is related to, because everybody is related to somebody. And sometimes you treat somebody well, but you don't know who he is related to and where he would tell that story. He leaves your presence and goes to tell somebody, oh, I went to that shop. Oh, oh, those people are great. And that's the testimony. It's better than advertising in the newspapers or going on radio. It's better because that one person can speak for you at the strategic place. I just want to encourage you. Tomorrow you will meet somebody. You have no idea who they will become. Sow a seed with your opportunity and your destiny in mind. Be kind, be nice, be generous, be good, be patient, be understanding. Give people a chance, give them a break, give them a second chance. Forgive them, because you have no idea the seed you are sowing. So how do we take advantage of opportunities? Number one, we have to recognize there are occurrences in life which you don't have control over. A shipwreck, a storm, a famine, people mistreating you, false accusation, imprisonment. There are things which happen, occurrences. Time and chance happens to everybody. Things happen. Things will hit you you didn't plan for. Things will hit you you didn't expect. But when those things happen, recognize that there is one who rules in the affairs of men over life's occurrences. A dear woman called Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born in a very, very precarious situation. She was born blind, deaf, and as a result, mute, couldn't speak. Blind, deaf, one girl. And when she was born, there was no way to teach her anything. Because if you're going to teach people, children, they have to hear something or they have to see it. She can't see, she can't hear, she can't talk. How do you teach her? She seemed to be a liability. Her parents tried all they could to train her. She was a very violent girl when she was young. Very violent, always fighting because she didn't understand anything. You couldn't appeal to her, you couldn't teach her, you couldn't instruct her, you couldn't tell her anything. Eventually, the parents found another woman who was almost blind, who was a teacher of blind people. But she hadn't taught blind and deaf. So Helen Keller was going to be an experiment for her. So she tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And she was frustrated because she couldn't teach this young girl anything. Until one day, they were playing and they opened the tap and the water fell on the hands of the girl. And the lady teacher recognized that she noticed something different. And so she signed in her palm words to mean water. And somehow the girl got to connect that what was pouring on her hand and the sign in her palm were connected. So the sign in her palm was the name for what was happening or falling on her hand. And that is how the door was open. So through sign writing in her palm, she started to learn words and the meaning of words. Eventually the teacher taught her how to know, how to recognize all of these things. Helen Keller eventually became a great writer, a phenomenal writer, and it would be good to read some of her books. And this is something she said, a quote from Helen Keller, and I think it will help you about opportunities. She says, when one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. Helen Keller. Now, if Helen Keller can advise you, I don't think you have any excuse. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. And that's how come we can't see opportunity, because we keep looking at what used to be. If it had been so, if it had not happened, if that had not happened, if my husband had not left me, or if my father had not done that, if my wife had not done that, if my mother had not done that, if my teacher had not done that, if only I had gone to school, if only I had not abandoned school, if only my parents had paid my school fees, if only I had had the capital, if only I had not been stupid to destroy, if only I have that, if only that, if only that, if only that, if only that. Anytime you say if only, if only, if only, you know what you're doing? You are looking at the closed door. It's closed. The door is shut. But the good news is another one has opened. For Helen Keller, the door for sight was shut. The door for speaking was shut. The door for hearing was shut. But open another one. And it was reading through her palm words, writings in her palm. That's how she learned. It may have been a small door, but it was a door. And that door turned this woman into a worldwide motivational person, a prolific author and a writer, a person whose life inspires many people. Even after she's dead, she continues to inspire people. Several films have been done about her. I have her film. People talking about what happened to her. I don't know what you've been looking at, my friends. What have you been looking at? It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. Turn around, something else has opened. You can go through life complaining, if only it had been so, if only it had happened, that if it didn't happen. Get used to it. It's gone. It's broken. You can't fix it. You know, sometimes one person leaves your life, God brings another person. But we are so bitter about what left that we can't embrace what is coming. Sometimes an opportunity is shut and we are so angry that new things are coming to our lives, but we are angry against the new things too. Somebody hurt you and you are hurt and you are angry, but new people are coming, they are kind, but you are still hurt and you're still fighting them. The race is not to the swift. There are swift people who can take advantage of opportunity. There are strong people who miss the opportunity. There are wise people who miss the opportunity. There are people of understanding who miss the opportunity. But you take charge of your life. Open your eyes and take advantage of the new opportunity.